I'm on.
You're on.
All right. Hi, everyone. It's Alicia with CommunityFIT. Gosh, we actually get to meet in person. So we're so happy to have all of you here today. We're so excited to bring you this this summer block of CommunityFIT classes that starts today and will end right before the 4th of July, the week before the 4th of July. James, our fabulous instructor, is here to take us through MoveLab. He will explain to you what MoveLab is for those of you who are new. Welcome. And then we have our new class that starts tomorrow, Stress Reset. So I definitely want to encourage you to check that out. It's just going to be a great way to tone that nervous system, get some stress relief, and move on with our day. So just to make sure I've covered all my bases here. So the same link every time. We will be starting at 12:15. We just had it start at 12 o'clock to give people time to check in. But class will always start promptly at 12:15. It's a 30-minute class on Tuesdays through Fridays. Every class that you take, you will be getting a virtual raffle ticket. And at the end of the 6 weeks, we will be doing a great raffle where you can win prizes such as activity trackers, CommunityFIT yoga mats, and I think gift cards and all sorts of stuff. So the more classes you take, the more you have a chance to win. You can definitely chat with myself or Raymond during the class. We will be on the back end there to answer any questions that you might have. And if you have questions for James, then we can ask those at the end. You don't have to worry about having your video on or off or your microphone. We have it set up to where we won't be able to see each other. You can see us, but you don't have to worry about other people seeing you. So that's great too. And finally, if you have any questions about the program, be sure to email me at communityfit@westernhealth.com. Other than that, the only other thing that we are working on is going to be a library of all of these sessions. So we are going to record them all, and then we're going to work on putting them together if there's a day that you miss class and you just want to be able to go back and take it. So we'll be getting that out probably in the next couple of weeks as well. So with that, I would like to turn CommunityFIT over to our fabulous instructor, James.
Thank you, Alicia. Hey, everybody. Go ahead and get comfortable, get rested. Let's chat for a moment. Okay, so welcome to CommunityFIT and welcome to MoveLab. I'm James Crater. Some of you know me, and some of you are probably brand new to my work, and I'm so excited for you to be here with us. So today we're going to have a MoveLab class. And this week on Wednesday and Friday, as Alicia mentioned, we'll have a stress reset class. Today is our movement experience. Stress reset is all about a nervous system experience. So hopefully you like both. At least give both a try. Now, having said all of that, there is just a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of understanding we have to do for MoveLab. And the big one is there's one very powerful rule for MoveLab. There is one thing I want you to keep in mind always with MoveLab, and that is whatever you're doing, you are doing it correctly, because there's absolutely no wrong way to move. And as you explore and play today, you're going to be brushed up against your comfort zone, and you're going to question, am I doing this right? And the answer is always yes. So think of yourself as an expert, and what you're doing through MoveLab is gaining expertise through your experience, leading hopefully to increased self-trust. I want us to not have a fitness experience, but a movement embodied exploration experience that serves as a jumping board for where else can I get movement in my life. So if you're new to MoveLab, be still, come along, and if you are an experienced MoveLab-er, we're going to have a foundations class today. And today's class is going to be some of the best of, some of the fundamental rules of MoveLab so that everyone can feel like they're coming along the journey with us. So having said all that, get comfortable. I don't care if you're going to sit, if you're going to lie, if you're going to stand, get comfortable. And here's how I define comfortable. Would you be in that position and watch TV, read a book, or just lounge for several hours? If the answer is no, you're not comfortable. So get comfortable. Once we are comfortable, let's go into a little bit of breathing. You're going to get a lot of breathwork exploration throughout all of the classes. And it's not important to get it right. It's important to just sort of try. So today, we're going to start with just listening to ourselves breathe. So get comfortable. Eyes can be open, eyes can be closed. I'm going to do eyes closed. I want you to just take an inhale and an exhale. Take in your inhale and your exhale. And ask yourself, how do I know I'm breathing? How do I know I'm breathing in my body? Less in my head and more about how do I know I'm breathing in my body? What does it feel like? Am I feeling it in my belly? Am I feeling it in my ribs? Am I feeling it in my shoulders? Where in my body am I feeling breathing happening? Maybe let out a sigh or two. Sometimes we skip over the obvious questions. We go, well, what do I need to do to breathe well? Instead of, how do I just know that I'm breathing? Is there a sound? Is there a feeling? Is there a sensation? Do 2 or 3 more of those. One or 2 more. Now I'm going to show you a really fancy camera trick here. So here we can sort of zoom in on this. Yeah, cool. Let's go into some nervous system toning. So bring your hands together, get them nice and warmed. Once your hands are warm enough, go ahead and put them on the front of your throat. Just be there for a moment. Take a couple of breaths right there. Just let your hands do that work. Be there, breathing into that. Then take your right hand, put it on your left throat. Big heavy hand drags to middle as I twist my face to the left. Then left hand, right throat, big heavy hand, twisting. One more each side, big heavy hand, twisting. Big heavy hand, twisting. Then take some fingers, put it into your jaw, just do a little jaw massage. Some people really like the massage feeling. Some people just like a hold, a little drag. Some like tapping. None of them are right, because none of them are wrong. It's just, what does my body need today? Do I need to be massaged, held, tapped? Take that along the face, neck, throat, chest, jaw, belly, back, maybe my legs. Put your right hand on your left shoulder and just give it a stroke all the way through the fingertips, stroking all the way through. And then other side, just take that hand, stroking all the way through. Once you feel like you've had enough of that, take your hands, shake them. Shake them like you're shaking off water, or better yet, shaking off stress. Shake them up, shake them down, forward, backwards, wherever it goes. Let your posture change, just be there. Put your hands on the front of your legs. Imagine your hands have changed to paint, and you're gonna paint the front of your legs, all the way to your toes, and then back up. And then maybe it's the side of your legs, or the back, or one goes down the front, one goes down the back. Just like you're painting your legs with your hands. Here's what I like to imagine. What's my favorite color today? Picking your favorite color is super hard, but pick your favorite color today. And imagine you're painting your legs your favorite color. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now we're going to take our right hand, we're going to place it behind us. We're going to twist to take a look for our hand. Once you're looking at your hand, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, settle back and forward. Left hand goes behind my back. I let my whole body twist to take a look for my hand. Take an inhale back here. One more to each side. Twist. Last one over here. Twist. Good. From there, bring the soles of your feet together. And we're just going to rock right and left. As you begin to rock, feel sort of the thighs, the butt cheek on that side get heavy and then get light. And again, for me, this is how my body knows that I'm rocking, not my brain, not the concept of rocking. But if I was to close my eyes and ask myself what action is taking place, my body feels the rock. Then I can let my spine become seaweed. And that's how my spine recognizes a rock. Yours might be different. You might feel better keeping a stiffer spine. Play with it. For me, I'm really all about this sort of fluid, supple seaweed spine. Good. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, go ahead and lie down on the ground. Just lie there. When was the last time you just lied on the ground and let yourself be held by the floor? Not lying down because you hurt or you're tired, just sort of, what does it feel like to just be held by the floor? And can I let gravity do more work of just holding me, sucking me down, yielding myself into the floor? Then I'm going to push down with the left foot, and I notice I kind of rock a little bit to the right. Then I push down with the right foot, and I rock a little bit to the left. It doesn't matter what portions of you rock or what portions of you don't. You're just kind of playing right now of pushing down to lift up. I push down to lift. I push down, that hip lifts. Push to lift, push to lift, push to lift. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Find your center. Let your knees drop to the right and then to the left, and to the right, and to the left. You might want to go super slow. Maybe that feels really good for you, or very fast. Just kind of play with it. What are you inclined to do? Today, I'm usually a pretty slow mover. Today, I'm feeling inspired to move a little quickly, so I'm going to let my body do what it wants to do, probably working off some energy. And then I'm going to notice, I want to move really fast. So I'm going to ask my body to now move really slow. I always like to just let it do what it wants to do at the beginning and then say, well, can I make a different choice? Last 2, last 1. Find yourself centered wherever you feel most centered. Pick your left leg up, let your right arm touch it out in front of you, and then set it back down. Left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Then start to play, well, where else on my arm can touch where else on my leg? Maybe it's a wrist to an ankle, an elbow to a knee, a forearm to a thigh. You're just sort of touching wherever that might be. Literally making yourself smarter as you do it. Cross-body connections. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Move your arms down by your side. Situate your feet so that your knees are bent and your feet are on the floor. We're going to go up into a bridge. So I'm going to lift up and come back down. Now, we've already started to explore a really foundational rule in movement. I think that in order to go up, something has to go down. So rather than thinking of lifting up into a bridge, think I've got to push my hands and my feet into the floor. And because the floor isn't going to move, my hips are going to go up. So it's really a push down to go up, and then a deceleration back down. Push to go up. Now, we value symmetry a whole bunch. I bet right now you're going, well, are my feet and my hands in the right place? How close? Forget about it. In fact, let's purposely move the left arm out to the left and the left foot out to the left, and then come up into that bridge. How does that feel? And back down. Up and back down. Now move it back to center. Move the right side out somewhere. Up and down. Up and down. Maybe it's a left leg and a right arm that go out. Up and down. Change your mind, other side. Put your arms somewhere else. Push down to go up. Put your legs somewhere else. Push down to go up. Somewhere else. Somewhere else. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll to the right and to the left. Now see if you can commit to going all the way to the right. All the way to the left. All the way to the right. Now, as you roll, see if you can roll through your ribs. And then change your mind and roll through your low back. Roll through your low back and your ribs. One more of each. And over. End on the side that you can see me. From there, stretch out to the longest shape you can make with your body. Lift your top arm up towards the ceiling, and your top foot is going to come all the way up to touch your top hand and back down. You may want to prop your head up. You may want to lay it down. Make it work, whatever works for you. Foot touches hand and go. It's a touch and go. Touch and go. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not flexible enough to get there, this isn't enough. This isn't a touch. We got to do the touch. You could bend. You could roll. You could change where your hand is, but your foot will touch your hand for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, grab a hold of your ankle, put a little stretch on it. Let's go into sort of a movement puzzle here. So I don't care if you're holding your toes, your ankle, your foot, your calf, whatever you got. Hold on to it. Can you keep holding on to it and lift that leg back up? Can you keep holding on to it and bring it back around? Hold and lift. Hold and back around. 2 more. Hold and lift. Hold and back around. Hold and lift. Hold and back around. Now keep it behind you. Roll onto your belly. And then back onto your side. Belly. Side. Now, for some people that's enough. That feels like a lot of work. If you want more, can you keep the leg you're holding on to, the knee, the thigh, off the floor as you roll and as you come back? Keep it off the floor as you roll and come back. 1 more of those. Off the floor and back. Send the leg behind you, the arm in front of you, and then make the switch. Switch, 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 switch. 3, 2, 1, rest. Now, I'm going to flip over this way. You're going to flip so that you don't see your screen, because I want you to have your own experience here. So lie down, long shape, top arm, touch and go, touch and go. This is for you. This is for you to figure out, where am I today and where do I want to go with this? touch, and go. 3, 2, 1. Take your leg behind you, hold on to it. Put a stretch on it. Then see, can I keep holding it and lift it back up and back around. Up and around. 3, 2, 1 more. Back around onto my belly and side. Belly, side. See if you can keep your leg off the floor. Belly, so much harder for me on this side. 3, 2, 1 more. Set your leg behind you, arm in front. They change places. Switch, swing, just like, let it swing, let it go. 3, 2, 1. Lie on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your head up and roll forward and back. Now, allow yourself to kind of get lost in some childhood, kid-like movement here. Maybe there's a kick or a leg cross. Where else can I hold? It can be big, it can be small. I can roll down the left ribs or the right ribs, the center. I can let go of my arms. It's just kind of like I'm gonna play for a moment. 1 more. And rest. Let yourself be held here. How do I know I'm just yielding into the floor? What do I feel on the backside of my body? Then bring your knees into your chest. If you learned nothing today, learn this one. Big shapes, little shapes. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead in close and make the littlest shape you can make. Then open up and go big. Go little, go big. Make a little shape, make a big shape. Little shapes, big shapes. Now, keep going. Big shapes, little shapes. Big shapes, little shapes. How many different little shapes can you make? How many different big shapes can you make? Twisting your head, grabbing a hold, changing symmetry and asymmetry. All of that matters. Being on your left ribs or your right ribs. Play with it. Big, little. Big, little. Now, go little. Roll to your left. Make a big shape over here. Go little, roll, big. 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 Here we go. Little, roll, stay big. How little of you can touch the floor? Stay off the floor. Go little. Go big. Hot lava floor. Roll. Get off the floor. Roll. Get off the floor. Roll. Off the floor. Roll. Off the floor. Roll. Off the floor. Onto your back. Rest. Slide your legs straight. Keep your feet where they're at and just go, how do I know my feet are where my feet are? What does that feel like? What are my feet sensing? For me, I can feel my heels down on the mat. I'm going to choose to keep my feet where they're at. Right arm is going to lift up. Right hand is going to go touch my left foot. However it gets there, it gets there. And back down. Then left hand, right foot, and back down. Now I can keep taking the same route, the unconscious way, the way that I think I have to move to get there, or I can get curious and go, how else can this touch? Maybe I go straight up the middle and then over. Maybe I roll, use my arm and stretch. Maybe I keep my hands on my head somewhere. And then go. So many different options. See if you can surprise yourself. I don't think I can do that. And then it turns out you can. Big shapes, medium to little shapes. One more of whatever you're doing there. Sit up. Go back to seaweed spine. Do I need, here's my question always. Do I feel too hyper aroused? Do I feel too worked up because of that exercise? Maybe I need to go back into my tapping or breathing or neck hold. How do I self-regulate? How do I know I can get really worked up and calm myself through my body? Then we only have two natural human fears. Fear of loud noises, pathology aside. Fear of loud noises, fear of falling. So we're gonna have a little falling practice. I think that if you practice falling in a safe way, it opens up more movement possibilities and it challenges all of our fear, because when we get worked up, we know we can calm ourselves. Falling gets us worked up. So if we can practice calming ourselves there, where else can these tools take us? So right hand goes to the floor, I'm up. Left hand. It can just be as simple as this, like I'm falling to the side. I can change my orientation of my legs. Doesn't matter where your legs are. Now, for some of you, this might be enough. Maybe you have some trauma around falling or a condition, vestibular balance stuff that this works up. Be mindful of that. For the rest of us, can I use two hands? Where now I have to include a twist with that fall. Or how long can I keep my hands off the floor? Almost like I'm startling myself. And here's where it gets fun for me. Can I just make the choice to not use my arms? And then up. Do I trust the suppleness of my body enough to go, I can fall. Look at that, I'm okay falling. Now, if one of those was difficult, stay there. There is no glory in going forward if one of those feels above your pay grade. For the rest of us, come up to your knees. Go into the same series. Maybe I go both arms. Both arms. How long? Now here, I love this one because I can start to liberate my legs behind me. And so I to just get this feeling of being able to travel wherever my body wants to fall next. I'll see your push-ups and raise you a falling practice. Then I can always come up into a high kneel and really get going. I could use one arm or another arm. I could even fall and catch myself with a leg. Arms, legs, arms, legs. Where can I fall to? None of them are right. They're all just options. Can I begin as a mover to expand my movement vocabulary? Good. Then just calm. Make a little tapping, a little work up. Just be there. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, signaling that you're alive. And then however you get there, go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up. And I want you, whether you have a mat or a space you've been moving on, to just walk around that space. Let your feet hit the floor. Then make the choice to walk tiptoed. Maybe even backwards, tiptoed. Or to the side, tiptoed or flat-footed. Maybe it's small steps. Maybe I do a spin as I do that. Maybe I try to take big, giant steps wherever they are. What if you got multi-layered? What if you allowed yourself to kind of take a step, crouch down, take a step, crouch down, take a step, crouch, and just let your body kind of swing and play. Almost as if your arms were trunks, an elephant, kind of squat and play, squat and play. And then just be in place. Take a walk. What do you notice in your body? Do you notice your feet any differently? How about the swing of your arms? Movement in the trunk of your body. Come back to your center. Lift your heels. Drop your heels. Lift, drop. Lift, drop. For some people, this is enough. If you don't do a lot of work with your feet, which you will, we'll remove lab time, this might be enough. For the rest of us, maybe I want my knees to bend. Maybe I want to think about my spine as like a rebounder, a trampoline, getting everything to sort of move. Maybe I want little hops, or little jumps. Maybe I want to add hopping and jumping into walking, also known as a skip. And just allowing yourself to skip around the room, maybe backwards, to the side, other side. Or maybe it's just little bounce. Let that all calm down. Just walk. What do you notice? When was the last time you let yourself skip or hop or bounce or jiggle, twist or play? That's what you're going to be doing in MoveLab. Finishing off, let's let ourselves be heard. Take a nice deep inhale. Sigh. One more. Put your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep inhale into your hands, into your heart, into your body. How do you know you're inhaling? How do you know you're touching yourself? How do you know you're holding your heart? What information is coming through the body? Tell yourself thank you for showing up today. You did a really good thing for yourself. Take a look around your space, your room, your floor, your mat, the walls, the windows. Tell your space thank you. You could not do this without your space. Every movement experience, your life is guided by the space we're in. Then take a look at your community. Maybe it's me. Maybe there's someone in the space with you. Maybe there's a dog, a cat, a bird, a child, a partner, a parent, a child, someone. Tell them thank you so much. We are a community. And we're welcoming you into our community, and we thank you for welcoming us into yours. So thank you so, so, so much. We can't do this without you. And I'll see you tomorrow.
And we can't do this without James. So thank you so much for making exercise so much fun and just being able to move freely and not with these rigid rules. And that's what MoveLab is all about, just really getting in touch with your body and moving in ways that you probably haven't since you were a kid.
Right.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. We are here for questions.
Yep.
So if you want to put any questions you might have in the chat, then we'll definitely get them answered for you. I'm just going to walk back to my computer. And if you have any questions for James, I'll just read them out to him.
Yeah, sounds
and he
good.
can answer them. So.
Yeah, thank you guys. And please join us tomorrow for Stress Reset. It's a brand new class. This is the best of every. It's a little bit about my background. My background is in interpersonal communications, and I'm fascinated by the ways we talk to ourselves as much as the way we talk to other people. I have over 20 years of experience in meditation, mostly body-centered stuff. I have years of study in nervous system regulation and somatics, and I want to share it all with massage. I want to share it all with you. We're not going to sit around for 30 minutes and meditate. That is not what we're doing. We are going to get in touch with our breath, with gentle movement, supportive movement, in actual easy ways to self-regulate, be more calm, be more creative, be more communicative, and better able to respond well to the world around us. That's what Stress Reset is about. So hopefully you'll join us for that tomorrow.
Yes, thank you, James. So we did have one participant ask about having to go back to work in a couple of weeks, and would love to be able to continue if she can't do it at this time. So we will be creating a library of classes. So just keep a lookout for that in your email.
Yeah. So the goal for CommunityFIT is that we have these live experiences that will be mostly driven by virtual. And as the world opens up again, we'll pop into some actual live experiences where you can be with us in person if you're in Sacramento area. But it's also, we realize that not everyone is free from 12:15 to 12:45 Pacific time. There are people joining us from the East Coast and Hawaii and all over the place. So we're creating that library for you to access whenever and wherever. We've got a lot of really cool stuff planned for the CommunityFIT ecosystem. It's going to be bigger than these classes. Just wait for it.
All right, yeah, I don't see any other questions. So a lot of thank yous. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for Stress Reset. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.